2-pack aerosol paint on this uPVC window frame. The reason why we're using the 2K aerosol is it's much tougher and stronger than your standard 1K paints. In this case it's going to be using the factory, and it's a particular colour they want as well. The frame was only available in white and the customer wants it in a silver, so these cans can be made in any colour you want. These are some of the products we're going to use. We have cleaning solution, gloves, face mask, which is very important, and we'll talk about that later on, some cloths and masking. Using plastic cleaner, we are using Urki Sol 94. We'll start by cleaning down the window frame. We're using Urki Sol 94, which has been specially developed for removing contamination from plastic surfaces. The process is to use 2 cloths, moisten one cloth with the Urki Sol 94, leave the other cloth dry. Wipe the surface down with a damp cloth, and then before the frame is dried out, clean it off with a dry cloth. That should remove any contamination. Our next step in the process will be to abrase the surface. We're using a P600 piece of sandpaper here, 3M, but likewise you could use a Scotch pad, a grey Scotch pad, which is fine, or any fine sandpaper. The reason for doing this is just that if we abrase the surface, we'll have a good surface for paints to stick to and bond in well, which is what we want to achieve. We finished sanding, so what we're going to do now is we're going to clean the surface down again. Again, we're using the wipe on, wipe off process, where we're damping down one cloth with Urki Sol plastic cleaner, and then we're using a dry cloth then just to remove all that residue and get rid of any sand marks. Okay, we're now ready to move on to the masking process. The reason for this is obvious that, there's certain areas of the frame we may not want to paint. The best way of doing this is to mask off all areas like rubbers and handles, anything that you don't want to paint. So it's worthwhile taking your time and doing this correctly. It'll show in the final job. Just before we start our painting process, we can just give it one more wipe with the Urki Sol cleaner, just to remove any finger marks or smudges that may have landed on the frame. Now we're ready for painting. Once the can has been mixed, you must use within 12 hours. Remember, always wear a really good face mask, something like a 6941 3M face mask. Activating 2K aerosol can correctly. By connecting the ring around the pin and pulling down and twisting 360 degrees. Shake the can for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, we've now covered the window frame. We've given it 3 light coats. We started off with a light coat, left it 10 minutes, then gave it a second coat, and left it another 10 minutes, and then a third coat. We've left it 24 hours to dry, so now we can take off the masking, and the window frame is now ready to go off and get glass put into it. Okay, the job's now done. We're after leaving it 24 hours after putting the mask coat on. We've taken the masking off, and now the window frame's ready to go off and get the glass put into it. Perfect. you have any further questions, please contact an advisor at vinnieburn.com. Alternatively, email sales@vinnieburn.com.